cover has disappeared. And though the UN has many achievements to its credit in the ultimate analysis, one has to admit that it has fallen far short of the expectations of its founding father. One is reminded of what Jan Timbaran, the 1969 Nobel laureate in economics, said: mankind's problem can no longer be solved by national government. What is needed is a world government. This can best be achieved by strengthening the United Nations system. With the rapid developments in science, technology and communication, the world today has become a global village where people from all the countries have to far for living close of cooperation for mutual progress, development and survival. In this changed scenario, the old mindset has become redundant and a new mindset is needed for the new millennium. The carrying need of the new age is unity of humankind and peace in the world. There is thus an urgent need for a legally constituted law-making body for enacting enforceable international or world law that is applicable to all the countries and peoples of the world at the same time. Only such world law can ensure unity of humankind and preserve world peace. This can be done either by strengthening the United Nations system as suggested by Jack Tinbergen, or by creating a new body and a new world executive under a new world order. In order to successfully meet the deadly threat of international terrorism, unprecedented levels of international cooperation and global effort are needed. This is one international problem that can in no way be solved by any national government alone, even if it be the world's only superpower. Also, it has to be realized that the vehicle of war cannot take humanity very far. If ever there is to be effective international cooperation, such as was hoped for by the League of Nations and the United Nations, then there has to be a very widespread effort at inculcating globalizing in children all over the world and shaping their minds towards globalization. Only then will a new generation of world citizens arise. Through education, religious capacities, develops analytical abilities, confidence in oneself will power the goal, setting competencies and instill the vision and enable one to become a self-motivated agent of social change, surviving the best interest of the community at a certain moment in history. Education must also act as a powerful instrument for profound social transformation. Such a moment has now arrived. Now revolutionary changes in the technology and transport and communication have reduced the world to a global village. People living on the opposite side of the globe have become virtually neighbors. Thanks to the internet and supersonic. In a such close network, the emergence or formation of a new world order is only a matter of time. The main question is whether the unification of humankind will happen after unimaginable or participated by humanity stubborn clinging to old pattern of behavior, or is to emerge now by an act of conscious will. It is indeed appropriate that as the conscience keepers of mankind and the custodian of the welfare of humanity, silent suffering masses, Jurists at this International Judicial Conference have an opportunity to build up a consciousness and the will to tackle the urgent issue of global governance, as the world has now belatedly waken up to the fact that there is no enforceable world law today which is binding on all the nations of the world.
Thank you, Mr.
My photograph only on the dice.
Who have joined this memorable event to throw light over the most burning topic. Terrorized by the people who declare the power flows from the barrel of the gun. The followers of such big principle have emerged in the history of the world as terrorists by different names like LTTE, Al-Qaeda, Jihadis, Maoists, Naxalites, Sea Pirates, Taliban, and the so-called champions of the peace who are making use of deadly weapons on the name of curbing the present terrorism and spreading fear psychosis of their nuclear stockpiles claim to be the superpower of the world are busy involving other nations of the world to achieve nuclear capability, not promoting peace and harmony amongst all the nations of the world, not ready to share their advanced technology of the assistance of the humanity in the developing and underdeveloped countries, not sincere to declare the peace of the all weapons and arsenals possessed by them, rather selling the same will a view to witness Third World War and to lead in setting of the directions of the said work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm really thankful, and we will move on that.
Have spoken about the cyber terrorism, but one thing has escaped, that how the cyber terrorism has come in the statute. None of these speakers have given the attention that the cyber terrorism has been introduced by way of amendment under the Information Technology Act. Earlier it was not there when the act was enacted in 2000, but later on, by way of amendment in 2009, the cyber terrorism has been introduced, and now the Prevention of Terrorism Act and all other acts have been given go by, and it is the cyber terrorism which has been introduced, has covered all the aspects of the terrorism. Mr. Adish Agrawal has rightly said that we have nothing to do with the country, name of the country, either this has done or that has done. We have only to think about what is cyber terrorism, what is the remedy behind it, and how we have to control it. Therefore, this country has attacked or that country has attacked, that is well known to everybody, about the recent Pune attack, about the Bombay attack, about the Taj, and all these things are aware to everybody. But we have to think what is the remedy available. If we come to Section 66F, that has been introduced by way of amendment under the Information Technology Act, and this has covered the entire punishment method also, and what is the terrorism, cyber terrorism. It reads, whoever with intent to threaten the unity, integrity, security or sovereignty of India, or to strike terror in the people or any section of the people by denying or cause the denial of access to any person authorized to access computer resource, because everything has been included. This means that if any computer resource has been used, that is the internet has been used for cyber terrorism, this will be covered under the punishment of cyber terrorism. Then even attempt has been introduced, that attempting to penetrate or access a computer resource without authorization or exceeding authorized access, or introducing or causing to introduce any computer contemplate, and by means of such conduct causes are likely to cause death or injuries to persons or damage to destruction, then it is called commits the offense of cyber terrorism. And whoever commits or conspires to commit cyber terrorism shall be punished with imprisonment, which may extend to imprisonment for life. Therefore, we have to thought about what is the remedy available, how it is being dealt with, and whether it is punishable. Therefore, our Indian Act, that is the Information Technology Act, has taken precautions in respect of cyber terrorism. Some of the speakers have said that there should be an international tradition, international treaty or international organization dealing with this cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism and this Information Technology Act even leads to an offense committed outside India. But we have to think how to deal with it. Suppose a crime is committed at USA and the offender resides at India, how to deal with it? Because he has to be dealt in accordance with the domestic laws. Suppose a French website has been logged by the court and the website belongs to USA, then the USA court has jurisdiction to deal with that website. French court has no jurisdiction at all. Although Section 1 and Section 75 of the Information Technology Act deals with the matter that any offender can be punished even it belongs to the outside India. But how to be dealt with, that is the question to be decided. Whether he has to be dealt with the domestic laws or by international treaty or by the laws which belong to that place. These are the questions for which an international treaty is required. Although before 2000 a model law was there in USA, and out of that the Information Technology Act was drafted and that was entered into, but that was in 1999. Thereafter in 2000 and thereafter in 2009, those things, those international treaties have to be revived, but it has not yet been revived, and therefore the seminar is required, the treaty is required. In order to enter into the treaty, either it should be given to the Security Council or international law or whatever may be, that amendment is required in this connection. Once I was having a conference at Hyderabad. The Secretary IT has just told that there were two partners, one residing at USA and one in India. Both have the amicable relations. Now through website, he has prescribed the medicine, and that was entered in the internet, and on the website the wrong medicine has been given to the person belonging in India, lying in the hospital in India at Hyderabad, and due to wrong medicine prescribed on the internet or the website, he died. Then who will deal with this matter? Either at India, it has to be dealt with either by domestic laws, or at the USA level. What will happen to these crimes? Therefore, we have to enter into some treaties so that the domestic laws or the international laws, one law may prevail, that is the model law, which can be dealt with the crimes of all the states. Nowadays, you must have heard all the international law will prevail, or the